Okay, in this video we're doing 10.4, so we're going to be solving radicals. So last time we were just simplifying radicals, and now we're going to solve them. Okay, so I'm going to try to solve this. So that means I want it to be x equals something. So to get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 7 first. So I'm going to get square root of x equals 16 minus 7 is 9. Okay, to get rid of a square root, the opposite of square rooting is squaring. So I'm going to square both sides. So that will cancel my square root, so then I'll just have x equals, well, 9 squared is 81. So that's my answer. Okay, if I want to check it, so we're going to have to check these, so I'm going to put it back in. So square root of 81 plus 7 equals 16. Square root of 81 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16, so 16 equals 16, so we're good. Okay, so in this one, we're going to add 5. So we're going to get square root of x equals negative 2 plus 5 is 3. To get rid of a square root, we got a square, so we're going to square both sides. So I'm going to get x equals 3 squared is 9. Now let's plug it back in and check it. So we got square root of 9 minus 5 equals negative 2. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 5 is negative 2, so negative 2 equals negative 2. Okay, this one's a little bit different. So to get rid of a square root, you square it. Well, if we square both sides, because what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, my square roots are going to go away. So pretend this is a minus sign. So basically, they're going to go away. So we're going to have 5t minus 11 equals t minus 5. So I'm going to get my t's by itself, so I'm going to add 11. So negative 5 plus 11 is positive 6. We're going to subtract t. We're going to get 4t equals 6. Divide by 4. We're going to get t equals, simplify 6 over 4 is going to be 3 over 2. Okay, and then on your homework and your test and quiz, I'm going to make you plug these back in and see if they're true. Okay, so basically our square roots go away because we have the same thing on both sides, so we can make them disappear. So 7x minus 4 is equal to 5x plus 10. Let's add 4 to this side. And at the same time, I'm going to subtract my 5x. So I'm going to get 2x equals 14. Divide by 2. X equals 7. So I'm going to plug it back in and check it. So I'm going to get 7 times 7 minus 4 is equal to 5 times 7 plus 10. 7 times 7 is 49. So 49 minus 4 underneath the square root is 45, so square root of 45. 5 times 7 is 35, and then we still have to add the 10, so square root of 45 is equal to the square root of 45, so that works. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. So we have to square it to get both sides. To get rid of that square root, so I'm going to get n squared is equal to n plus 12. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract n to the other side. So I'm going to get n squared minus n equals 12, and subtract 12. So I'm going to get n squared minus n minus 12 equals 0. Okay, and then this is a quadratic equation that we can factor. So two things that multiply to get me negative 12, add to get me negative 1. We can do n minus 4 and n plus 3. Okay, so here we're going to use the zero product property, so something a little bit new. I'm going to take this and set it equal to 0, and then I'm going to take this and set it equal to 0. Because technically, if I plug that in, it should work. So we're going to do n minus 4 equals 0, and n plus 3 equals 0. So add 4. So n equals 4, subtract 3, n equals negative 3. Okay, now I have to plug them in and see which ones work. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this so I have room to plug them in. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to erase up here too. So 4 equals the square root of 4 plus 12. Okay, 4 plus 12 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. So that one's good. So let's try the other one. Negative 3 equals the square root of negative 3 plus 12. Well, negative 3 plus 12 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3, so that does not work. So my extraneous solution, my solution that doesn't work, is n equals negative 3. Okay, let's try this one. We're going to subtract 8. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. Got to square it to get rid of that square root. So we're going to have 3y equals negative 6 times negative 6 is 36. Divide by 3. So y equals 12. Okay, we've got to plug it back in, check to make sure we're right. So square root of 3 times 12 plus 8 equals 2. 3 times 12 is 36. Okay, square root of 36 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 does not equal 2, so my answer is going to be no solution. So you have to make sure you plug in all of your answers to see which ones are extraneous, which ones are no solution, and which one is a solution. Okay, so we're trying to see if one's extraneous, meaning that when I plug it in, it doesn't work. So we're going to plug in negative 3 first. When I plug a negative in for a negative, it changes to a positive. So we're going to the square root of 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So that one worked. So now let's try 2. So we got negative 2 equals the square root of negative 2 plus 6. Negative 2 plus 6 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. That does not work. So my extraneous solution is 2, meaning 2 does not work when I put it in. Okay, let's plug in negative 5. Again, when I plug in a negative for a negative, it changes to a positive. So we're going to have 5 equals negative 6 times negative 5 minus 5. Negative 6 times negative 5 is 30. 30 minus 5 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5, so that one worked. Now let's try our negative 1. So 1 equals negative 6 times negative 1 minus 5. 1 equals negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. And the square root of 1 is 1. So both of our answers worked, and we have no extraneous solutions for that.